in that game?
Yeah, it was an abysmal performance, but then you are giving too much credit to the South Africans.
And that was the next question I was going to ask. Really, placed side by side, the South African team and ours, which would you say is from where you're going? I think you're going to take the Falcons
side
anyway.
by side. The Falcons are head and shoulders above the South Africans. I agree, but the point is this: I am not giving too much credit to the South Africans because I have seen the work that they have been doing. They have a plan. What
so you're saying we don't have the plan?
What's the plan of Super Falcons? Let me ask you.
Head and shoulder is relative. They have a former women's African
I've started fights. I'm carrying my bag and I'm going. You guys should tell me who is this.
What they're doing.
Okay,
thank you so much, Charity. Charity basically started an argument this morning, and we trashed this so long. We trashed it yesterday, and I wouldn't want us to go into it again, but I disagree absolutely. Talking about giving South Africa too much credit, we see what they are doing.
I disagree absolutely.
We see the planning, we see the program, and we see results coming out.
Where are the results?
We are not
winning the Aisha Buhari Cup.
They went to the Olympics. They went to the Olympics. Where were you?
Did they bring the medal?
Where were Super Falcons at the Olympics?
We didn't qualify for the Olympics, but then
so how did South Africa qualify at the expense of Nigeria?
Did they bring the medal? No, it was down to the zoning. It was down to the zoning. It was down to the West African zone, the South African zone.
Faith. It was down to the zoning. I agree with you. Did they bring any medal? No. Somebody that was appearing at the
so there's no results.
Hold on. They were appearing at the Olympics for the first time. Appeared at the World Cup for the first time. Do you expect them to go all the way to the semi-finals? Absolutely not.
So they are not doing anything spectacular.
They are planning. You expect the results to come in at just one day?
They've been planning since 2003. I saw them at the All-African Games in 2003 where we defeated them. This is 2021. Yet no result. The only result is defeating Nigeria at the Aisha Buhari Cup. I think we are only being too sensational about this.
No, I feel that you are being too hard on them to expect to see so certain results. How long has Nigeria been at the top of pinnacle of African football? What have you done with it?
I think you're undermining the Nigerian Super Falcons as well, and giving too much credit to the South Africans.
Let us move on Sports Bank this morning. Well, that was a very hot one. I think I love that a bit. Thank you for being a part of Sports Bank. We are streaming live on Facebook this morning, and if you think maybe Faith and I have almost coming to blows, if you are on Facebook, then you see that's not the case. We're just having a discussion this morning on Sports Bank on Splash 105.5 FM. My name is Blessing. You've heard the voice of Faith. I did it there. Feromi Adiboye, guys, also right here in the studio this morning. Feromi, thank you for not joining us.
Well, I wanted to.
I mean, that would have been feeling fire.
Yeah, but I just felt, realistically, I don't think it's actually needed. I mean, let's be factual. So, South Africa. Good morning to Faith. Good morning to Blessing. You guys are getting me confused this morning. But then I think South Africans, they have actually progressed, so to say. Let's be realistic.
Take that away from them.
They have progressed, but that doesn't mean, like I said yesterday, that we are rivals. I don't think
agree with that.
We should not be in that same category of the fact that the Super Falcons and the Bayana are actually rivals at this point. But when it comes to progression, we can see it. If it is saying that they've actually been having this progress since 2003, and we can see it materializing at this
gradually.
Point. It is a gradual process. They are actually doing something there in South Africa that we are not doing, and that's about development of women football. I mean, we are not doing that at this point in time. If you are to say on current form now, based on what we saw, in that concluded prestigious friendly, I would say that South Africa,
they were better than us.
They were better than us. That's
okay, we are stagnant.
We are stagnant. Okay. The only problem is others are catching up.
Let's leave it there. We are stagnant. Okay, but since we started with football talks, we're going to just continue with that line as well to talk about the games that we had yesterday. But before that, I'm seeing comments on Facebook. If you're not live on Facebook, I feel like you're missing this morning. Abiodun Falaye says, well done. We need a rematch with South African female national team. I mean, I had to take that real quick, and that really jumped at me. So get on Facebook as well. Our Facebook live stream. Start putting your comments. Let's know what you think about all that we've been talking about. I mean, we started with hot this morning. It's cold anyway, so let's get it hotter. To the games yesterday was a Wednesday filled with football, from the La Liga to the Italian Serie A to England, the EFL Cup. We'll talk about what happened yesterday and why. Someone came into the studio this morning and shouted up Manchester United, and I'm wondering what's going on. In La Liga, Espanyol defeated Alaves 1-0. Sevilla defeated Valencia 3-1. Real Madrid, they had a routing of Mallorca 6-1. Villarreal defeated Elche 4-1. Feromi 6-1.
Yeah. I mean,
rivals will not be happy with that result.
Definitely. this is a team that I didn't actually give a chance to be this consistent and to have started so well like this at the beginning of the season. But look at them now. I don't think, they're still unbeaten in the Spanish La Liga at this point in time. And one man has actually been a major factor. Talking about Karim Benzema. I mean, yesterday with the goal he scored, he became, the 10th highest goal scorer right there in the Spanish La Liga, scoring about 200 goals in that particular competition. And guess what? This man has never actually won the Pichichi Award. Maybe this time around he would actually be getting his hands on that one. But hey, so far this season, these guys talking about Real Madrid have been so spectacular. They've been so amazing and consistent. And you can see how Ancelotti has been able to bring the best out of these so-called old legs in that particular team. And it's looking like they would actually give the defending champion Atletico Madrid a run for their money. And it begs the question. I mean, look at who the players that are actually bagging the goals that in form at this point in time. Majority of them are actually over 30 at this point in time that are strikers. I mean, are these guys really involving? I can remember a couple of years ago, I don't think we have actually, we've seen strikers that are this age and are still bagging in goals at this particular time. Look at Benzema, look at Luis Suarez, look at Lewandowski. I mean, these guys are well over 30 and they're still doing well in their own, clubs at this time, at this point in time. I mean, the strikers are doing very well for themselves at this point in time.
And speaking of rivals, Barcelona, well, it's all about their coach who is on the hot seat, you can say. The under pressure Barcelona head coach delivered a short pre-prepared statement before leaving his press conference, and pressure is building on Koeman at this point after the start of the season, which has seen the Catalan Giants just win 2 games at Form 5. And he says in his statement, we count on your support in this difficult time. So he came with a statement to the press conference. They didn't receive call for questions, just read out the statement and then he left. Feromi says that is disrespectful. Well, today Barcelona are in action against Cadiz. We expect that you'll beat Cadiz anyway.
Well, that's it.
Don't expect that.
Cadiz. Remember Cadiz last season? They were a newly promoted side last season where they were able to get results against Real Madrid. They got results against Barcelona. I think they got a draw against Atletico Madrid in one of the 2 legs as well. So they've shown that they can be giant killers, and you cannot always undermine teams like that. So especially with a team that is struggling right now, Barcelona, they've not gotten so many points on board, and that is a huge problem. So, but it still looks like a game that Barcelona can use to make a statement, maybe get so many goals on board and show that, well, we are still a very serious side. But if they don't get the win in that game, then it will be downhill for Barcelona this season.
Okay, I don't know if we should take calls this morning. Phone lines is ringing. I guess everyone wants to have a say on the Super Falcons and South Africa development, women's football. Let's see if time permits. We have a lot of stories to cover this morning. And moving on to England in the EFL Carabao Cup. Kelechi Iheanacho was on target. Ademola Lookman on target as well. They got both goals for Leicester City as they defeated Championship club Millwall 2-0 away to progress into the 4th round of the Carabao Cup yesterday. It was Iheanacho's first goal of the season for Leicester, while Lookman also opened his goals account for the Foxes since his loan mover from Leipzig. The result here, Brighton Hove Albion defeated Swansea City 2-0. Arsenal defeated AFC Wimbledon 3-0. Chelsea surprisingly struggled against Aston Villa. They played a 1-1 draw, but eventually triumphed on penalties 4-3 there. Manchester United, they lost at home to West Ham 1-0, and Leicester City, like I told you earlier, defeated Millwall, and Wolverhampton Wanderers to play the goalless 2-2 draw rather with Tottenham Hotspur, with Tottenham eventually triumphing in that one 3-2 on penalties. This is the BBC Premier League update. We return and get to talk about United falling to West Ham. Stick around.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Hello, I'm Andy Bowell at the BBC Sports Centre. Manchester United have suffered a third-round exit in this season's English Football League Cup. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side were beaten 1-0 at home by West Ham United, with Manuel Lanzini scoring the only goal of the game on 9 minutes. The former Manchester United striker Dion Dublin said that West Ham fully deserved their victory.
Players that were on the pitch tonight were good enough to win this game. They were good enough. The talent-wise, you can have, really good players, but if they don't apply their talent, then you are going to struggle. West Ham possibly didn't have the same amount of talent, but they looked like a team who knew exactly how to play and how to beat Manchester United in possession and out possession.
Well, 2 EFL Cup games. There were also all Premier League clashes went to penalties. Chelsea and Aston Villa drew 1 apiece. Chelsea's Timo Werner got his first goal of the season. Cameron Archer scored the Villa equaliser. But Chelsea went through to the last 16 of the competition 4-3 on spot kicks. Wolverhampton Wanderers and Tottenham Hotspur drew 2-2. Spurs had been 2-0 up until a Wolves fight back. Tottenham, though, took the penalty shootout there 3-2. Alexandre Lacazette made his first start since April and he scored Arsenal's opener in a 3-0 victory over AFC Wimbledon. The Brighton boss, Graham Potter, made 11 changes to the side which started their last Premier League game, but Aaron Connolly scored twice in Brighton's 2-0 win over second-tier Swansea City, and Leicester City also defeated lower league opposition 2-0 winners away at Millwall. And Premier League clubs have been discussing an agreement to adopt a new owners' charter designed to stop any future bid to form a European Super League. It comes 5 months after Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Spurs all try to be part of a breakaway. For more football news from the BBC, go to bbc.com/football.
BBC Premier League update from the home of Premier League football.
Okay, welcome back from that break with the BBC Premier League update. We have to take that real quick because we're talking about the EFL Carabao Cup. Manchester United lost yesterday, fair on me, 1-0 to West Ham. They're out of the Carabao Cup, 1 trophy down.
Yeah,
how many left?
3 to go. 3 to be out of. With the way it's looking.
1 Mickey Mouse trophy.
1 Mickey Mouse trophy.
Well,
Wow.
if you had only won that Mickey Mouse trophy in the last 4 years, we wouldn't have been talking about only being trophyless. I mean, still nothing to show for it. When it really matters, that what we keep saying, it doesn't deliver. I mean, that was a lackluster performance from the guys yesterday. That has to be said. You are playing your reserve against the reserve of Western United. I mean, I expect you to be able to actually grind out results and actually make a statement to the world, to the fans that, hey, we are going out for something this time around. It doesn't matter whether it is Carabao Cup, whether it is FA Cup, you have to take every title seriously. And that's the difference between a top manager and, a not rated manager, so to say, in Ole, as far as I'm concerned. So I think, maybe they would actually pick it up from there during the weekend and still try as much as possible to fight for the Premier League. But for me, I still feel, if Manchester United are going to win anything this season, the man has to be gone.
Faye, these are the kind of trophies that should be guaranteed.
Yes, especially for a manager under serious pressure to win trophies. He spent almost £500 million in almost 4 years in charge, so he needs to begin to get trophies on board. And these are the games that will determine. And now he's beginning to lose it out. You know that the Champions League will be very tough. The league title will also be very tough. He should focus on competitions like this. But we saw the tactical lack of tactical awareness. Now we can see tactical ineptitude in the man. Last night again. But Manchester United fans might still look at it as a Mickey Mouse trophy, a Manchester City trophy. They've been winning it season in, season out. So maybe there's not so much to look into that. But, it shows that they still have so much to do this season going forward. Okay,
they have a lot to do. In the Belgian Jupiler League, Paul Onuachu continued his impressive scoring form. He backed the brace in Genk, a 4-2 away loss to Royal Antwerp. They lost the game, but he got a brace. He now has 6 goals in 7 league appearances for Genk. Good one for him. Samuel Carlo also scored. Was on target as well for Bordeaux. They snatched a 3-3 away draw to Montpellier, and it's good to see Nigerian players on the score sheets scoring goals. In the Italian Serie A, Salernitana played a 2-2 draw with Hellas Verona, and Juventus had to come from behind to defeat. They scored first. They scored first in that game.
Yeah, they scored first,
and then equalized. Spezia equalized.
Spezia scored 2 goals.
2 goals, yes, and then they had to come from back. Yeah, so it ended 3-2 for Juventus, and that was their first win in 5 games this season. Allegri should be under pressure as well.
Yeah, serious pressure, especially against the Spezia team that has been struggling this season. You should not struggle against teams like that. It shows that they have serious problems. The first win, after how many games there.
I would argue Pello has actually left that team in shambles before he came on board. He has to actually pick up the crumbs and put it together.
Or maybe because Ronaldo left.
I don't think so. I think they should actually give him more time. This is a man that he has actually proven his work.
That's just getting a win after 5 games. And that is something that they should look at as well.
Okay, and Gianfranco Zola says Victor Osimhen is Lukaku's heir, the heir to the throne. That's for Lukaku there. Okay, maybe pressure on this man, but they have a game against Sampdoria tonight, and they hope that this man will continue to score. Looking to score his 12th Serie A goal in this encounter. Torino also play Lazio and Roma against Udinese. Okay, and shout out to everyone who is streaming on Facebook this morning. Oshuntade Pelumi, Adetola Gbenga, Abiodun Falaye, thank you very much. Abie Cleme says good morning to you. Tokwe Joy Temi Tokwe, good morning. Adetola Gbenga, good morning. And I'm seeing more comments here. Lots of comments about what we started discussing. Ashiru Lucas says we shouldn't expect more than what we see. Well-deserved victory from South African women's team, and they mean business. He says Nigerian football under this administration is dying slowly. If things things doesn't change, I will not be surprised to see Togo take over from us. Togo in women's football? Okay, I think that's far-reaching. Oyedokun Johnson says, good morning, Blessing. Please take note that human being cannot always be at their best. They can improve any other time. I think that is in favor of the Super Falcons, I guess. Samuel Abionu says, good morning. Let's be realistic. We are sleeping. Other African countries are catching up with us. Wake up, giant of Africa, he says. Olumide Andre says, good morning to you all. Okay, he's asking for the giveaway, asking that we should bring it to Facebook. Okay, we'll work upon that. We'll do that.
We've done that already. It's now on our Facebook
Live. So, okay, so we're going to continue to do that. And shout out to follow Olufemi Olushola, who is streaming live as well. And Samuel Abiodun as well. Everybody, thank you very much for joining us via Facebook this morning. And to all the sporting stories, in Afro Basket, the Tigress of Nigeria will have a tricky counter in their hands when they face Ivory Coast in the quarterfinals of the 2021 Afro Basket today. The Tigers qualified for the quarterfinals. Remember, they finished top of the group, defeated Mozambique, defeated Angolans as well. Comprehensive victory against Angolans, I should say, a 20-point game. But now they have a tie against Ivorians, who are currently ranked 55th in the world and 6th in Africa. They have to be wary of forwards Jefarima Diawara and Letita Sahi, while Cameroon will face Egypt in the quarterfinal. And Senegal, who won an automatic qualification, will play Mozambique, who saw off Kenya 72-50 in the qualifying round on Wednesday. So Nigeria against Ivory Coast later today. All the best to the Tigers. We hope that we can continue on this winning streak that we are on. They want to win the three-peats. It is very possible.
Very, very possible. I mean, if there's any team in Africa at this point in time, they can actually do that. It's definitely the Tigers at this point in time. I mean, those ladies are fired up to actually do something better than they did at the Olympics, and no better way than trying as much as possible to actually get their hands on this particular trophy. But hey, that's not even my worry right now about basketball. I think MBBF have actually started another rancor right there, and it's looking like it might not actually end well. And we're having the league for the first time in how many years, and it's looking like it will actually end in having another rancor with their administrators. This is not something we are asking for. This is not something we want. This is not how we will actually develop talents right here in Nigeria. And if care is not taken, I mean, we are just actually going south when it comes to basketball.
And I'm wondering, how long can we hold it up with the national teams if back home things
don't go well?
Keeps going south.
It's a terrible outlook. Imagine not having a league, and you found a way to get back to have the league, and then we're already having this. But one thing we'll only continue to do is continue to depend on the talents you can get from outside the shores, because those within the shores of the country cannot get enough playing time under their belt, and that will be a huge problem. But hopefully our girls will be able to win. I think we should be able to dispatch the Ivorians. I saw the Ivorians lose one of their games in the group stage, and I saw that they still had defensive lapses in that game. They defeated Tunisia, but they lost the other game. So I think the Tigers should be able to do justice to them later today.
Okay, we hope they do justice to that game, win, and of course get it to the semi-finals, and after semi-finals to the finals, and after finals definitely hoping to lift the trophy. In athletics, Kenyan marathon runner Mary Keitany has announced her retirement at the age of 39 because of a back injury. She holds the world record for women-only marathon in a time of 2 hours 17 minutes 1 second, which is set when winning her third London Marathon in 2017. I remember the Splash FM Marathon. I'm very sure we're coming back bigger and stronger next year. Guys, you have to leave on Sports Bank this morning. Follow me, your parting shot.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Looking forward to the Tigers to do something.
And thank you for not stoking the fire this morning.
I want to remind you that the South Africans have been coming second in the African Women's Cup of Nations since 1995.
Yes.
They did.
I know that.
So, I mean, it's not something that they just started. After 20-something years, we're still here to see the result. They're here to win a major title.
Okay, it's just a matter of time. You see them. You see results for all the things that they've been doing. My name is Blessing Fowowe. Thank you so much for being a part of Sports Bank this morning. We'll be back with Winning Friday edition tomorrow, Friday. Au revoir.
Flash FM 105.5.
Here is
Hi guys, finally something big is coming.